Students, in the last session, we have seen about the properties of rational numbers. Today, we are going to solve some exercise problems and challenging problems. Exercise 1.3, third sum is Subbu spends 1 by 3 of his monthly earning on rent, 2 by 5 on food, and 1 by 10 on monthly usuals. What fractional part of his earnings is left with him for other expenses? The given question is Subbu spends 1 by 3 on rent. From his monthly earning, he is spending 1 by 3 on rent, 2 by 5 on food, 1 by 10 on monthly usuals. We don't know how much is monthly earning. So, let us take his monthly earning be 1. Why? Because the given part, everything is in fractional numbers. We know that fraction is a part of whole. So, let us take his monthly earning be 1. Let Subbu's monthly earning be 1. He spent on rent is 1 by 3. It is given 1 by 3. On food 2 by 5. On monthly usuals 1 by 10. Therefore, total spending of Subbu is equal to, the word total comes, we have to add all the 3. 1 by 3 plus 2 by 5 plus 1 by 10. Let us take LCM for 3, 5 and 10. We will take 30 as a LCM. We will take 30 as a LCM. 3 times 10 is 30. So, 1 into 10 plus 2 into 6 plus 10 times 3 is 30. So, we have to multiply 1 by 3. 1 tens are 10, 2 6 are 12 plus 1 3s are 3 by 30. 10 plus 12 plus 3 is nothing but 25. 25 by 30. We can cancel the numerator and denominator by 5. Divided it by 5. So, 5 5s are 25. 6 5s are 30. 5 by 6. Total spending of Subbu is equal to 5 by 6. The question which is given as to find what fractional part of his earning is left. The word left comes, you have to subtract with him for other expenses. The monthly earning is 1. This is the total spending of Subbu. So, 1 minus 5 by 6. 1 minus 5 by 6. 1. Here the numerator is present, denominator is not there. So, we have to take 1 as a denominator. Take LCM. Instead of that, we will multiply the denominators. Cross multiply. 1 6 are 6 minus 1 5 are 5. 6 minus 5 is nothing but 1 by 6. Therefore, the fractional part of his earning is left with him for other expenses is equal to 1 by 6. Exercise 1.3, fourth summers. In a constituency, 19 by 25 of voters had voted for candidate A, whereas 7 by 50 had voted for candidate B. Find the rational number of the voters who had voted for others. It is given that 19 by 25 of voters had voted for candidate A. So, voters voted for A. Candidate A is given as 19 by 25. For candidate B, 7 by 50 voters had voted. 7 by 50. We don't know what is the total number of voters. So, let us take the total number of voters be 1. Let the total voters be 1. Therefore, the total voters voted for A or B is equal to, the word total comes, we have to add these two, that is 19 by 25 plus 7 by 50. We have to take LCM for 25 and 50. 25 twos are 50. So take 50 as a LCM. We have to multiply the 19 by 2 plus 7. 19 twos are 38 plus 7 by 50, which is equal to 45 by 50. We can cancel the numerator and the denominator by 5. 9 5s are 45, 10 5s are 50. Therefore, the rational number of the voters who had voted for others is equal to total voters minus 9 by 10. Take LCM. Here 1 by 1. So 1 tens are 10. 1 tens are 10 minus 1 nines are 9. 10 minus 9 is equal to 1 by 10. Therefore, the rational number of the voters who had voted for others is equal to 1 by 10. Fifth sum is, if 3 by 4 of a box of apples weighs 3 kg and 225 grams, how much does a full box of apples weigh? In the question it is given that 3 by 4 of a box of apples weighs is equal to 3 kg 225 grams. They are asking us to find how much does a full box of apples weigh. Therefore, weight of a full box of apples is equal to, we have to multiply 3 kg 225 into 4 by 3 into 4 by 3. That is equal to, multiply 3 kg 225 into 4 will get 12 kg 900 grams, which should be divided by 3, that is equal to 1 3s are 3, 4 3s are 12, 3 3s are 9. The 2 zeros will come here. So, the weight of a full box of apple is equal to 4 kg 300 grams. Sixth sum is Mangalam buys a water jug of capacity 3 4/5 liters. If she buys another jug which is 2 2/3 times as large as the smaller jug, how many liters can the larger one hold? Once again, I'll read the sum. Mangalam buys a water jug of capacity 3 4/5 liters. If she buy another jug which is 2 2/3 times as large as the smaller jug. Therefore, the capacity of a smaller jug is equal to 3 4/5 liters. Capacity of the smaller jug is equal to 3 4/5 liters. Capacity of the bigger jug is equal to 2 2/3 times as large as the smaller jug. Therefore, capacity of the bigger jug is equal to 2 2/3 times the smaller jug. The word times comes. The word times comes. You have to multiply. You have to put the symbol of multiplication. Instead of times, you have to put multiplication symbol. Two 2/3 times, we have to put multiplication symbol. The capacity of the smaller jug is nothing but 3 4/5. Here it is in the form of mixed fraction. It is in the form of mixed fraction. We have to change the mixed fraction into improper fraction. That is 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 2 is 8/3 into 3 5s are 15. 15 plus 4 is 19/5. Numerator multiplication, denominator multiplication. 3 5s are 15. 8 into 19. 8 into 19, the value is 152. 152. Now we have to divide 152 by 15. 152 by 15. 115s are 15. 2 is a remainder. So it won't divisible by 15. So we put 0 over here. 152 by 15 can be written as 10 2/15 liters. Therefore, the capacity of the bigger jar. Therefore, capacity of the bigger jar is equal to 10 2/15 liters. Seventh sum is, in a recipe making, every 1/2 cup of rice requires 2 3/4 cups of water. Express this in the ratio of rice to water. We have to find the ratio of rice to water. Solution: the ratio of rice to water. Here rice to water, that is rice is to water. Instead of 2, we are using the ratio symbol is 2. Already you learnt in the 7th standard that ratio can be converted into fraction. Similarly, fraction can be converted into ratio. So, rice is to water can be written as rice by water. We know that 1/2 cup of rice, that is 1/2 cup of rice requires 2 3/4 cups of water. 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Now it is in the form of mixed fraction. Convert the mixed fraction into improper one. 2 ones are 2. 2 plus 1 is 3/2, which is divided by 2 3/4 can be written as 2 4s are 8. 8 plus 3 is 11/4. Fraction division. Fraction division is there. We have to write the numerator as it is. Put the multiplication symbol and reciprocal of the denominator, that is 4/11. 1 2s are 2. 2 2s are 4. So 6/11. Rice by water. Rice by water is equal to 6/11. Therefore, rice is equal to 6. Water is equal to 11. Rice is to water, which is equal to 6 is to 11. The ratio of, therefore, the ratio of rice to water is equal to 6 is to 11. A piece of wire is 4/5 meter long. If it is cut into 8 pieces of equal length, how long will each piece be? Solution: the length of the wire is equal to 4/5 meter. 4/5 meter. You know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. That is 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. You know this conversion. So we are converting the meter into centimeter. 4 into 100 by 5 centimeter. that is 1 5s are 5, 20 5s are 100. 4 into 20 is equal to 80 centimeter. 80 centimeter. The number of equal pieces made from it is equal to 8 pieces. That is, it is given, it is cut into 8 equal length. 8 pieces of equal length. Number of equal pieces made from it is equal to 8. Is equal to 8 pieces. Therefore, the length of a single piece is equal to 80 divided by 8. That is equal to 10 centimeter. The length of a single piece is equal to 10 centimeter. Therefore, length of each piece is equal to 10 centimeter. Tenth sum is, find the length of a room whose area is 153 by 10 square meter and whose breadth is 211 by 20 meter. Given, breadth of the room is equal to 211 by 20 meter. Area of the room is equal to 153 by 10 square meter. We know that area is equal to length into breadth. Area is equal to length into breadth. We are going to find the length of the room. So, take this length into breadth to the left hand side. That is length into breadth is equal to area. We don't know the length, so take it as it is. Breadth is 211 by 20, which is equal to area is 153 by 10. Length into 211 by 20 is in the form of mixed fraction. Change it into improper. 2 into 20 is equal to 40. 40 plus 11 is 51 by 20, which is equal to 153 by 10. Here it is in the form of multiplication. So we have to take this number to that side. It will become a division. Therefore, length of a room is equal to 153 by 10 divided by 51 by 20. 153 by 10, division symbol will convert it into multiplication. Take the reciprocal of the second rational number. So it will become 20 by 51. 1 tens are 10, 2 tens are 20. 153 and 51 can be divided by 3 table. 1 3s are 3, 51 means that is 7 3s are 21. 5 3s are 15, 1. 3s are 3. 17 ones are 17. 17 threes are 51. 3 twos are 6. 3 twos are 6. Here it is given as a square meter. So, length of your room will be 6 meter. Length of the room is 6 meter. Challenging problems. Fifth one is, if 1 by 4 of a ragi adai weighs 120 grams, what will be the weight of 2 by 3 of the same ragi adai? Here 1 by 4 of a ragi adai is given. A represent 1. We don't know the weight of the one ragi adai. So, we have to take the weight of one ragi adai is equal to x grams. We are assuming that the weight of the one ragi adai is equal to x gram. But here it is given 1 by 4 of a ragi adai weighs 120 grams. 1 by 4 of a ragi adai weighs 120 grams. So, 1 by 4 of the weight of a ragi adai is equal to x grams. Instead of a weight of a ragi adai, you can write as a x is equal to 120 grams. Half means we have to multiply. 1 by 4 into x is equal to 120 grams. Therefore, x is equal to 120 into 4 by 1. Here 1 by 4 into x. If you take this 1 by 4 into the right hand side, it will become 4 by 1, which is equal to 480 grams. 480 grams. Therefore, weight of one ragi adai is equal to 480 grams. We have to find the weight of 2 by 3 of the same ragi adai. Weight of 2 by 3 of the same ragi adai is equal to 2 by 3 into 480 grams. Here 1 threes are 3, 1 threes are 3, balance 1, 18, 6 threes are 18, 0. 2 into 160 is equal to 320 grams. Therefore, 2 by 3 of the weight of ragi adai is equal to 320 grams. If P plus 2Q is equal to 18 and PQ is equal to 40, find 2 by P plus 1 by Q. We are going to find the value of 2 by P plus 1 by Q. 2 by P plus 1 by Q. We know that if the denominators are different, we have to take LCM. Instead of LCM, we'll multiply the denominators. P into Q is nothing but PQ. Cross multiply it. 2 into Q is 2Q plus 1 into P is 1P. That is 2Q plus P by PQ. Here 2Q plus P. P plus 2Q is equal to 18. The order of the number is changed. Here we can use commutative property. P plus 2Q is equal to 2Q plus P. That is 18 by PQ is nothing but 40. Cancel it by 2 table. 9 2s are 18, 20 2s are 40. Therefore, 2 by P plus 1 by Q is equal to 9 by 20. Find x if 5x by 5 into 3 by 4 is equal to 21. We are going to find the value of x. Given that 5x by 5 into 3 by 4 is equal to 21. It is in the form of mixed fraction. We have to convert them into improper fraction. 5 5s are 25. 25 plus x. 25 plus x by 5 into 3 4s are 12. 12 plus 3 is 15 by 4 is equal to 21. Here 5 and 15 can be cancelled. 1 5s are 5, 3 5s are 15. So 25 plus x is equal to 21 into, here it is 3 by 4. 3 is in the numerator, 4 is in the denominator. This 4 will go to the numerator and 3 will come to the denominator. Here 1 3s are 3, 7 3s are 21. 7 4s are 28. 25 plus x is equal to 28. Therefore, x is equal to 28. Here plus 25. This will come to this side as minus 25. 28 minus 25 is equal to 3. Therefore, x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3. Students, we have completed one full unit, that is rational numbers. Yes, I want to recall the important concepts and definitions before entering into the next unit. A number that can be expressed in the form a by b, where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0 is called a rational number. Every rational number can be represented on a number line. If the numerator and denominator of a rational number is multiplied or divided by the same non-zero integers, we get an equivalent rational number. A rational number a by b is said to be in the standard form if its denominator b is a positive integer and HCF of a comma b is equal to 1. Two rational numbers with different denominators can be added after converting them to equivalent rational numbers having the same denominators. Subtracting two rational numbers is the same as adding the additive inverse of the second number to the first rational number. Multiplying two rational numbers is the same as multiplying their numerators and denominators separately and then writing the product in the standard form. Dividing a rational number by another rational number is the same as multiplying the first rational number by the reciprocal of the second rational number. 0 and 1 are respectively the additive and the multiplicative identities of rational numbers. The additive inverse for a by b is minus a by b and vice versa. The reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of a rational number a by b is b by a and a by b into b by a is equal to 1. Students, I have given some important notes. These may asked in one words. 0 is neither a positive or a negative rational number. 0 has no reciprocal. 1 and minus 1 has its own reciprocal. There are unlimited number of rational numbers between two rational numbers. Students, here some practice sums are given. Do it carefully and find the answer.